Welcome back. We are looking around St. George's Books, which Gabriel is the owner of. So far there have been no customers, so that's typically not a good sign. Well, let's see if there's anything else of interest here. Bunch of random books on the table.
The books on the table have been chosen for their special appeal. Recent fiction by the biggies. In other words, nothing written by Gabriel.
Yeah, it seems like Gabriel's still waiting for his big breakthrough as an author. Coffee.
Blessed caffeine.
Well, we already had a cup, and I don't think the game lets you drink more than one per day.
That doesn't...
My kidney's already floating, thanks.
See? A magnifying glass.
The magnifying glass is a handy item for reading old manuscripts or the fine print on Gabriel's lease.
Both very interesting things to read, I would imagine. But since it's in high resolution, it's obviously important.
Mind if I borrow the magnifying glass?
No, Sherlock. Just bring it back when we get the next estate shipment.
No problem.
We're getting points! You got one for reading the newspaper, and now another one. And what's that? Looks like a pair of tweezers.
There's a pair of tweezers on the counter. Grace uses them for book repair work.
I guess so.
I'm gonna take the tweezers for a bit.
Good. You're beginning to look a little scruffy.
Just trying to make you feel at home.
You know, there's nothing really going on between the two of them. The way they're going on, you'd think they were married.
Cute gargoyle, eh?
It's technically not a gargoyle, because it's not in a gutter used to remove water. It's just a grotesque, actually. I learned that on QI, as I do most of my pointless random facts. An ashtray.
It's an ashtray.
I already knew that. Is there anything in it?
Gabriel doesn't need the ashtray.
Apparently not, and we don't need it anyway. But again, because it's in higher resolution than the surroundings, it's going to be important at some point.
Gabriel looks at the cash register, checking for cobwebs.
Okay. Anything in the cash register? I'm expecting not much.
Gabriel opens the cash register to examine the tape. Or, in the case of St. George's Books, the mistake.
Let's see. Money.
The cash register contains about $20 in small bills and change.
Can we take that? It's our money, technically.
Gabriel, that's all the change money I have. Touch it, and you could kiss your hand goodbye.
Would I do that to you?
Yes. Okay, so no money from the till. What's this? This doesn't look like any currency I know.
It's a gift certificate left over from yet another dismal failure of a promotion.
Sheesh, we get it already. The bookshop is not successful.
I trust you can live without this old gift certificate.
Knock yourself out.
It's a gift certificate, but it's a gift certificate for our own store. Not very useful.
The $20 gift certificate for St. George's looks pitifully new and unused.
Well, if we find a lover of books, we might do someone a favor with it. Potentially, maybe, perhaps. Interesting painting on the wall.
3 snakes in a skull. Gabriel's father painted it.
What a wacky, offbeat kind of guy Daddy was.
Quite. Must have had quite a vivid imagination to paint something like that. What's this? A briefcase.
Grace keeps her art supplies here.
So Grace is an artist.
Gabriel wouldn't dare touch Grace's oil paints.
I guess so. Speaking of Grace, let's speak with Grace. We've got separate icons here. This is a regular talk icon. This is the ask icon, which I'll use shortly.
So, what's new, Grace?
Your use of mathematics, for one thing. These books are unbelievable.
What can I say? I refuse to be bound by rules.
The strap marks on your bedpost speak otherwise.
Ouch! You know, Gabriel, for some reason, reminds me of another bookstore owner by the name of Bernard Black, played by a certain Dylan Moran. He actually kind of looks like him as well.
Did I ever tell you that you're actually quite attractive?
Be still, my heart.
Yeah. You're gonna have to come up with a better pickup line than that, Gabriel.
Had any customers lately?
No, but I'm sure you have.
Also, could you please stop running your hand through your hair?
You know, you really should get out more.
But then who'd take care of St. George's?
Or me.
Exactly.
Oh, done anything interesting lately?
By your definition? No. I prefer it that way.
Fair enough.
Keeping busy?
Not really. If you need any research done, let me know.
Did I ever tell you?
Okay. We're looping around. But we're not quite done talking, because with the ask icon we can interrogate anyone and everyone in this game about various subjects. Some subjects are static and always available. Others will get added as we learn about other stuff to ask about.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
And we get this separate screen with high-resolution character portraits, which are quite nice. And also, apparently, Grace is Asian. She's actually Japanese. The list right now is quite short, but trust me, it will get much longer. The white items are items that you can ask any character, and the, what is this, pink, I guess, icons are specific to a particular character. So these options are only available for Grace, but might not be for other people, while this we can ask anyone we meet about it. And since we're researching a book about voodoo, that's as good a place as any to start.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I didn't know much of anything about it until you started researching it for your book. Now I know that it's active in the city. There's that shop and museum. It can clearly be dangerous in the wrong hands. You should be careful investigating it.
Alright, Grace.
Do you know anything else about voodoo?
I've told you all I know. Sorry I can't be more help.
Yeah, most of the time you just want to keep repeating that until they start saying that they don't know anything. You see that this now turned grey, indicating that I've used that option. This makes it easy to spot new options. Unfortunately though, the white-grey thing is global, not per character, so you can't easily tell what topics you've talked to a particular character about.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Just what I read in the paper, same as you.
That's a shame. Because it might make a nice angle for our book. Maybe we should find someone who might know more about these murders. And we can ask about New Orleans, which is where we are.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Well, I've only been here 2 months, but I love it. It's so much more alive than any place I've been. It feels like anything's possible here.
If you say so. I've never been to New Orleans myself. I've only been on the west coast of the US.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
You're the native, don't ask me.
This gets a really silly question in certain places, because he's gonna ask people who have no reason to know anything about New Orleans, despite the fact that he's the one who's lived there all his life. Anyway, we can ask Grace about herself.
Tell me about yourself, Grace.
Yeah, right, Knight.
I mean it.
What do you want to know?
And we get some more questions. Yeah, that's gonna go over real well.
How come we haven't gone out yet?
I'm still waiting around for that lobotomy. As soon as I get it, I'll let you know.
Good, be sure to tell me. Wait, what?
How do you like working at St. George's Books?
Well, it's not exactly a huge intellectual challenge. Although the math in your record books could confuse Einstein. Still, I love old books, and it's a nice way to pay the bills while I explore the city for a summer. If you ever pay me, that is.
What do you do after work?
Well, I either go to my oil painting class or my Tai Chi. You know that.
You know, you can go overboard with this improving yourself stuff. You don't want to alienate us mere mortals.
I suppose I should just allow my mind and body to atrophy.
Works for me.
Yeah. That's a question you should never ask a lady.
How old are you?
Old enough to know about men like you.
Good answer.
Just tell me anything at all.
I just got my master's in history and classics. My folks wanted me to go on right away for my PhD, but 18 years of school was enough. I needed a break.
I guess that would make her about 22 then.
Just tell me anything at all.
I came to New Orleans because I'd read so much about it, and I thought, spending a few months here would clear my head.
Just tell me anything at all.
I've always wanted to do something really adventurous, Something real life. I'm sick of libraries and lecture halls.
You know what they say, Grace? Be careful what you wish for.
Just tell me anything at all.
My folks are traditional Japanese. I don't even remember Japan myself. I was 3 when we came to the States.
It's kind of weird, actually, that if she was born in Japan and her folks are traditional Japanese, why does she have an English first name? I don't know anyone in Japan who has an English given name. Maybe she changed her name.
Just tell me anything at all.
I've been studying Tai Chi for 10 years. It's a very spiritual discipline. I'm sure discipline of any sort isn't something that would appeal to you, Gabriel.
I think that is a fair assessment.
Just tell me anything at all.
My folks want me to get married to a boy back east, Mark Kobayashi. His parents are traditional Japanese too. I might eventually, but right now...
Another Japanese guy with an inexplicable English first name.
Just tell me anything at all.
My folks want me to get married to a boy...
Okay, I guess we ran out of things to talk about here.
Nothing, I guess. Never mind.
Suit yourself.
Now, is it really that difficult to change the going back option if you did talk about something? Apparently. Another thing Grace does is keep track of our messages. So at least once per day you want to ask about that.
Do you have messages for me?
Dana called, and Susie left a message about a lawsuit.
Toss them.
Okie dokie. There's more when you want them.
More
Do you
messages.
have more messages for me?
Your grandmother called.
I keep meaning to get over there. What does she say? Did she sound good?
She sounded great, and we had a nice little chat about you.
Grace.
Don't worry. I didn't go into detail about your cardinal sins. Not that anything about you could surprise her. She adores you anyway.
She's my girl.
But she said to remind you to stop by and go through your father's things.
Okay.
Okay, I'll have to do that later then.
Do you have more messages for me?
Here's a strange one. You got a call from someone named Wolfgang Ritter. He said he was calling from Germany. He told me it was urgent, maybe you should give him a call.
Call Germany, like hell. If it's really important, he'll call back.
Well, fine. Let's just hope he's not with the German lottery for pitiful American authors.
I don't think that exists.
Do you have more messages for me?
Your friend Detective Mosley called. Talkative, isn't he?
Especially with you. What do you want?
He left an interesting message. He told me to tell you that his mother's maiden name is Humphrey. Oh, that's Humprey.
Fascinating.
And that he left some photos for you at the station, at the front desk.
It's about time.
Gabriel, those photos wouldn't have anything to do with the voodoo murders, would they?
Now, why would you say something like that?
Because I know you. You're getting privileged information, aren't you? Did you tell him you'd put him in your new voodoo book?
A writer has certain obligation to his readers, you know.
Gabriel, you know you'll never put him in your book. Your main character is a female orthodontist. You're gonna be reincarnated as a pit bull if you keep screwing with your karma.
As long as it's a male pit bull with a really big...
Please don't finish
That's
that
enough.
sentence.
Thanks. Anyway, that's all the messages. Thank God.
And we can also ask Grace to research stuff,
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
but right now we don't have anything.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
And we'll continue in the next video.